Crossing, and I'm Jennifer. Thanks for stopping by and visiting with me. It's been a few weeks, probably about 8 to 10. I have been crazily busy in my life and so much things have happened, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. I have things to show you, a few whips, FFOs, things that I have bought, and a retreat that I have been to, which was wonderful. But the first thing I'll give a little bit of life update. I guess one of the most important things that has happened to me within the last 8 to 10 weeks since I've spoken with you is I have become a grandmother. Our youngest son, Keenan, and his wife, Caitlin, who had moved back to Australia and brought my parents home, they had given birth to our beautiful little granddaughter. Her name is Haven Daisy, and Haven is just gorgeous. We love her so much. The exciting thing is, I guess, we haven't really said much to a lot of people, or they haven't back there, I guess, is that they are moving back out here to America to be with us, and we'll probably be moving to the East Coast sometime next year. So a lot is going to be happening in 2023 for us as well. But little Haven Daisy is gorgeous, and I love her so much already. I FaceTime with them all the time on Facebook Messenger, and she's just adorable. Most of the time I've seen her though, her eyes have been closed. She's been sleeping, but that's just a newborn, right? But I can't wait to have all the kisses and cuddles when they move back. Really looking forward to it. They've got a few things to do on my parents' home just to get it ready. They're going to keep it and they're going to rent it out. So, you know, they've got a few things to do before they move back out, and they have to get Haven's little passport, I guess, and visa. So that is something that I'm really excited to be able to tell you, and I'll have some pictures at the end that you can see her beautiful little face. I'm not a proud little grandmother, am I? Now, it's funny because I've had people tell me, well, what do you want to go by? Because, you know, my mother was known as Nana, and my husband's mother is grandma or granny or, you know, stuff like that. So I'm not sure what I was going to go by. I was thinking about Nana just because to honour my mother, who passed away a couple of years ago. But I think what I was telling Keenan, our son, I think I might let Haven decide when she comes out here and she can start to speak and stuff like that. Maybe she might choose. I'll get her to choose what she wants to call me. But yeah, I'm pretty proud grandmother. So that's one of the most important things that's happened to me in the last 8 to 10 weeks. Also, I have been to one retreat. I have another one coming up at the end of this month. And so I've got a lot to talk about. So the first thing that I will talk about though is I'll just show you. Oh, it's really hard when I do these videos because I don't have a lot of whips and that to show you. I have been working on 2 new designs for my business, Cricklewood Crossing, and so that's what I've been stitching on. I have been stitching on smalls for the retreats, and so these are things that I can't really show you. So it's really hard for me to have things to show you, but I have been working on a little Americana, or patriotic one I should say, and I have had a few things framed of pieces that I've finished, so I can show you them. The first thing that I'll show you is I've been working on, and I haven't got much more to finish. I have been working on, this is With Thy Needle and Thread, Souvenirs of the Heart, what is it, Star Spangled Spectacular. And I think I've showed you this one before. I found a new little app, I guess. It's called Good Notes. And if I've got a PDF, it just downloads straight to this, and I can enlarge it and mark it off when I'm stitching. It's a lifesaver. I think it cost me something no more than $7. So if you're interested in it, it is so easy to work with. And I did buy myself an Apple Pen so I can just mark it off, but I love it. And if you don't have a PDF, you can just scan these patterns and then put it in, and then you can download it into your Good Notes on your iPad. So I like having my iPad sitting right there now, and I mark it off and I can enlarge it so I can see it a lot better. Anyway, so I've been working on this one, and I have still got a little bit more to go. Like I said, I've been working on other things, but this is how much I've got done. Now the fabric, what did I stitch this in? I I did 2 threads on this one, 2/2. I mean, yeah, 2/2 I did. It was just a little tiny piece that I had. It was like a little green, but I really like it. Let me get this little thing here. You can see better. So this is what I've been working on, the Star Spangled Star Spangled Spectacular. That's a mouthful. And I'm working along here on the flag. And I've got a little bit of flowers and that down the bottom. I'll show you again. Oops, just dropped my down the bottom there. And I scan that into my GoodNotes and I love it. It's made it so easy to work with. So I'm looking forward to getting that finished. I was going through like little my boxes, and I have a huge amount of patriotic little tiny pieces that I can make into pillows and stuff. So after I get this one done, I'm hoping I have this retreat trunk show at the end of this month, and then I'll do some of my bag, Christmas bag designs in November, and then I've decided I'm going to take December off. They're hoping to come back in December. We think it might be January, our son and I, and my son and his wife, that they'll move back from Australia. My husband thinks, and myself think that might be January, but they're hoping to get back here for Christmas. So I want to take the whole month of December off, work on a few things, get a few things finished. I think I'll get a few of these patriotic pillows finished, and then that'll be something I can have for myself. Anyway, let me just get the bag. I dropped it down here. Ugh. Okay, so that was basically the only whip I can show. The only whip I can show you, because like I said, I've been working on two. Let me put this pattern back in here so I don't forget it. I've been working on some new designs for my own little business. I got started and I started designing some, and once I started, I couldn't stop. It was really fun. So, in this little bag that I made, I really can't show you, but if I can show you, can I show you that little piece over there? So this is a full one. It's nearly finished. It should be ready next week, actually, and then I'll put that in my Etsy shop. Adorable. And so I've been working on that one quite a lot at night. And then I have another one here, which is stitching related, even though it's in a Christmas bag. I just like this beautiful fabric, this center fabric right here. But it's a stitching related one that I'm hoping to have out sometime in November, maybe December. So that's what I've been stitching on. I've been stitching on smalls. Let's put them over there. I've been stitching on smalls for the retreat. One of the first retreats that I just had come back from was the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat in Wyoming. And I stitched on a small there. I had a small there, and I'll talk about that in a moment. The next thing I thought I might show you is some of the FFOs that I had framed. Now, I had 3 of them framed. One I can't show you because we're all going to show. It was the round robin that I've been doing with my stitching group from last year from Stitch West. And I had that one framed, and it was all finished. We all finished stitching on it, or they all finished stitching on it for me, and I just finished up the last couple at the end. And I had that one framed, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. And I love the frame that was chosen. I will show you that in my next video, because we're going to when we get together at Stitch West, which is the next retreat that I'm going to, we're all going to hold them up and show you what we've done with the round robin that we had done together. Oh, that's a mouthful. Yeah, so I'm really excited to show you that one, because I just love how it turned out when it was framed. But I had another 2 ones framed. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. I had another 2, sorry. I had another 2 framed. And one of them I had stitched quite a long time ago. And I couldn't find it. I was looking everywhere for this piece to get it framed. I had found a really nice big frame to have it framed in at my secondhand shop, and I knew that's what I wanted to use for this piece, but I just couldn't find the piece. I had put it away somewhere, and I hunted everywhere for it. Normally I keep all my pieces together, and I couldn't find it. Well, going through things for getting ready for the last retreat that I'd been to. I found it and I kept it aside, took it in and got it framed, and I really like it. It is called, it was from the Cricket collection, and it was called the Eagle Sampler. I remember showing you guys that I'd been working on this. I wasn't sure what I was going to do at the bottom, but I end up leaving the established 1987 when we were married. So this is the Eagle Sampler. Sorry for the glare, but I don't get the museum glass. But when I saw this, so they fitted in perfect where down the bottom here and the top matched, and then the sides. But it's got established 1987. That's when my husband and I married. That house, my gosh, it's beautiful, but it took me forever. Of course, it had a little flag, which I absolutely love. But this was the reason that I kind of stitched this, was that eagle. It was so unusual, and I just loved it. So this is the Eagle Sampler by the Cricket collection, if you're interested. And I just love this little piece. Well, it's actually not little, it's quite big. And so that'll go up on our wall as you walk into our apartment. Yeah, so I'm very happy with that one. The other FFO that I was going to show you, I've been showing you on my Instagram over a period of time that I've been working on it. And I've decided I have got so many starts that I am just going to work through them all and get the ones finished before I really start something else. And I always say that, but then something else comes up. But I had this one maybe half finished, and I really loved the Prairie Schooler designs. And so I was like, I'm going to get this finished. And so we're going into fall still. It's like quite sunny and warm outside here in Utah at the moment. So for me, it still feels like summer. So I did this one, the Summer Sampler. What does it say? The sun shines upon all alike. And I had it just no matte or anything. I had it just in this frame. I got these done at Michael's. I have a lady that really does some beautiful jobs for me at Michael's. And this is the same frame. I don't know if you guys remember that I did the Christmas sampler from Prairie Schooler as well, with the same lettering and the yellow house down the bottom. Well, it's the same frame. I wanted them, I really loved how the Christmas one turned out, so I wanted this summer one the same. Now the problem is like I said, I don't want to start anything else, but I do have another Prairie Schooler garden sampler that I've already started, so that might be one that I might pull out and finish on, work on as well, I should say. But I really love this little summer sampler by Prairie, by the Prairie Schooler. I have quite a few of their patterns. Yeah, so they're the two that I got framed. Well, like I said, I have a third, and I'll show you that one the next video, which was our round robin, which I absolutely love. Okay, so what do I want to show you next? Okay, let's work on this one. Like I said, I have been designing a few new designs. I might look at doing the Nashville, what do you call it? Not market, expo, Nashville Expo next year. And so I've been doing quite a few designing, and I normally stitch everything up myself. So that's why other people's designs have kind of taken a bit of the back seat at the moment. But I went away, as you guys know from my last video, for a whole month. We went to StitchCon, and then we traveled all the East Coast. Well, I had designed for my little Stitching Misfits group. I don't think I've shown you this. A little Stitching Misfits group. I had stitched a pattern to give them as a freebie, you know, as a thank you to our friends in the group. And as the pattern was sitting down, Barb from Keepsakes saw it and just loved it and wanted it in the wanted some to sell the next weekend in Weekend B, and then some for the shop. So I really love this little design. It's been doing really well. It's really, I think it's really cute. I loved how I made it into a little cushion. It's called the Stitching Misfits. So if you're interested, it's a PDF on my Etsy shop. And I know Barb, and there's a few other shops that are now carrying it. So this is one of my little designs. It's called the Stitching Misfits Certified Support Group. And I made it into a little cushion. It was really cute because it had this like cross-stitching fabric, and it was a little bee there as well. And then I just put some of this rickrack and some of this measuring tape ribbon right there. It's got some floss, a pair of scissors, a tomato, and a bird. And on the back, I often just stitch all the way around and cut the little slit in the back. And I make these little pins that I put on the back of my pillows just to kind of finish it off. And that was a little sewing one. I normally have these in my shop, but I sold out at the last retreat. So, but this is my one of my new little patterns that's now in my shop if you're interested. As a PDF, it's called the Stitching Misfits. I really like it. I think it's really cute. I'm very happy with it. Anyway, so, and like I said, I have a couple more designs coming. A full one should be out next week. So then also, what do I want to talk about now? Let's talk about Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. So sometime a few months ago, I can't even remember when she messaged me, but Misty Connolly, who put on the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat in Casper, Wyoming, she had messaged me and asked me if I wanted to be the guest designer for the retreat. I was in shock. I was like, what is she thinking? Honestly, there's so many wonderful designers out there, but I also felt very honored and very, very privileged that she asked me if I could be her guest designer. And I found it kind of hard, not that I can't design, but you know, the retreat is called the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat, and I kind of thought to myself, I could do all different designs, couldn't you? Like a crazy woman going hair out here and doing all these crazy things. But the logo for the retreat was the bucking, I'll show you, it was the bucking horse. Oops, I dropped this, sorry. Was the bucking horse cowboy, I guess it is. And we had a whole bunch of t-shirts made. And this is the t-shirt this is the t-shirt I bought. And so it was really, really pretty. So it had all these flowers that was inside the bucking horse, and it had the Crazy Woman's Stitching Retreat. And the logo was really, really pretty. I just love those orange and aqua or teal colors. And so when Misty and I were talking, I have to say first that she did the most wonderfulest job. The retreat was fantastic. It was for September the 15th to the 17th, like I said, in Casper, Wyoming. It was the first time Misty had done this retreat, and she did a fantastic job. There we had a wonderful time. We had food supplied on some of the days. We had like buffet lunches. On the last day, on the Saturday, we had a full dinner with meat and potatoes and vegetables. We had an ice cream bar. It was just amazing. You did a fantastic job, Misty, and I know all the ladies loved it. And so that was the logo for the retreat. And Misty gave us a really, really nice little bag, and it had inside, it had I don't know if I've got all of the stuff. I've put things away and I'm not sure, but it had this mug. Everyone was like, it's a black mug. No, but if you put hot water, this logo, the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat logo right there, actually lights up on this mug. It's really, really cute. But yeah, everyone thought it was just a black mug until we all started having hot drinks in it and the logo come up. Was perfect. What was special for me was my daughter Kiara came to her first retreat. She was a bit nervous because she stitches, but not, you know, not a huge amount. But she came to help me with my trunk show as well, because I had a trunk show there. But she also was one of the ladies that had paid to come. And now, which I'm really excited about, she is quite addicted. She wants to go to all these different retreats. She has been stitching like crazy, except just yesterday she got a 2nd-degree burn on her arm through hot oil at her work. So yeah, the stitching is taking a little bit of a back at the moment, but she's been stitching all these she's a bit addicted to all these gnomes from Soda Stitch. She just loves the lady that from Soda Stitch that designs all these gnomes, and she's bought this really cute Harry Potter one. She's been stitching some for friends for Christmas. She's worked on a full one, and now she's doing another full one for herself. She just loves them. And she's got a whole bunch of other ones. She's been buying other patterns. She's bought a few from Primrose Cottage, their autumn one and the summer one. I can't remember what they're called though, but she's been buying some from Primrose Cottage, and she really loves it, which I'm excited. I mean, in some of my previous videos, there was a few things that she had stitched and she came on to talk about it, but now she's back stitching with me again, which is really nice. And so at the retreat though, we got these really cute little scissors. Oh, I don't know if you guys ever seen these, but there's like a little cone that fits on the end of your scissors. So if you put them in your bag, you don't cut through your fabric or anything by mistake. I got a few of those at the retreat, but I'm sure you probably can get them on Amazon. I don't know what they're called. But we got these really cute scissors, and then we got this like little scissor fob with this Highland cow on it. I think it's called a Highland cow. Well, my daughter's addicted to these Highland cow. She's been looking at cross stitches to stitch with this Highland cow, but how cute is that little Highland cow? Yeah, so that was perfect. That's what Misty gave us with the mug as well. We got this canvas bag, which is really cute, with the logo on it as well. Well, actually, I think I bought this one. I can't remember. Yeah, and there was, you know, a few other things in our little treat bag from Misty. I put some away and I can't remember where some of the things are. But anyway, and as a thank you, Misty gave me one of the Fox and Rabbit, Australian Fox and Rabbit group t-shirt. And I love it. I love this logo. So I've got a Fox and Rabbit t-shirt as well now, which I really love. Anyway, so at the retreat, oh, sorry. That's what happens when I hang the t-shirts. You guys went flying. Hold on. Sorry. That's what happens when I hang the t-shirt on the stand for the camera, doesn't it? I'm just going to put them down there. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. We're all back. So at the retreat, we had a wonderful time. So a whole bunch of us, there was probably about 48 of us that were there, and we just stitched our hearts away throughout the days. Misty gave away, you know, prizes. There was a few trunk shows that we had, and just had a wonderful, wonderful time, taking photos, going out to eat, eating there, the food that Misty supplied, which was just wonderful. The hotel was just beautiful. I just loved it. It looked like a little Western thing. I really liked it. Too bad I didn't bring my swim gear because they had a swimming pool there as well. But yeah, it was just a beautiful retreat. And so back a few months before, like I was saying, Misty asked me to be the guest designer, and I was really nervous about what I did, but we came up with this really cute little saying, and I went from there. So I can show you now what the retreat piece that I designed for the ladies at the retreat. And Misty asked me to, you know, talk a little bit about how I had come into cross stitch, and I told them about my friends Helen and Shirley. And so if you want to hear a little bit about that, look at Shauna Marie Stitches, and she has a video that shows you me talking about how I got into cross stitch. Maybe one day I'll tell you the little story too. I get a little bit emotional because now Helen and Shirley are no longer with us, and I kind of miss their friendship very much. Anyway, so I talked to them about that, and then I showed them design, and they all seemed to be very happy with it. So that was a relief for me, because it's kind of nerve-wracking, and you're not sure how people are, you know, going to take it, because everyone stitches things differently. You know, some people like Halloween, some people don't, some love Christmas, you know, a whole range of things that people, you know, stitch. And so I wasn't sure what to do, but I kind of, we came up with this quote. It says, "What I love most about this crazy life is the adventure of it." And from the logo of the cowboy with the flowers, I put some of the flowers on here, and their state bird there in Wyoming is the meadowlark. So I actually put a meadowlark on the cross stitch. Now, I had this framed, and I just love the frame that came with it, that I had it made up into, I should say. And so if you remember, these are the same flowers that are on the logo, and I put a few little motifs there and the meadowlark. And I stitched it on, it was quite big, it was like 229 by 180 something, but I stitched it on a 25 count 1/1 Stormy Clouds by Zweigart that I think I got off of a 1, 2, 3 stitch. And on the bottom it says the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. I was really happy how this came out, and I was really happy how it was received, and I'm very grateful for everyone's positive remarks to it for me. It really made the weekend a lot easier and not so nervous, I should say. So that was what I designed for the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat, and I'm very grateful for Misty for allowing me to be the guest designer at my first guest designer at this retreat for her. She's going to be having another one around the same time again next year in Casper, Wyoming. She will have information put out soon, I would say, and if you need, look up Misty Connolly on Instagram, and I'm sure that she'll post some things on there. So look out for it next year. It was a wonderful retreat, guys, and I think you guys would really, really enjoy it. Smaller group, but wonderful. So I was very happy to be able to present this to everybody. All right. So at the retreat as well, we each you give a whole bunch of beautiful things out, and at the end, because I got so much stuff, I did up a little picture with all the little floss tags and zipper pulls, and Glenda, Shauna Marie's mother, gave us a beautiful our little group, that we meet once a month here in Provo. She cross-stitched a beautiful little needle book, and there's pictures of that needle book at the end of the video, and it was just beautiful. And I've already had needles in it, so it's in one of my bags already. But so there's we got a whole bunch of those, as you do, as you give away things at the retreat. Now, the things that I bought at the retreat, I only bought a few little things. I bought, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of us, or 3 of us that had trunk shows at the retreat. And I always buy these off of Geordie from Geordie Handmaids on Instagram. She does these, she does big project bags, but I like her little notions pouches. And I really love this tomato one, tomato pincushion, which is a Laurie Holt fabric. And as you can tell, I'm using it already. And the fabric inside was beautiful as well. So I always collect a few of those off of Geordie when I see her at retreats, because I really like them. And I really like that fabric. Geordie, keep a look out. I'll probably buy some more at Stitch West. I also, there was Becky Stevens. Becky works at a quilt shop there in Wyoming, in Casper, I think it is. And she had done a whole bunch of little pincushions and project rolls and little supplies. I had bought a few hoops off of her, and I'll show you the new hoop that I'm really addicted to and I love stitching with. But she also had these little pincushions, and I'm a Santa crazy person, and I just love this little pincushion that Becky had made up. So that's what I'd bought from Becky. And I also bought these from Geordie. Sorry, I forgot to show you. I bought these little zipper pulls. What do you call it? Could be scissor fobs, could be anything. I really thought they were really cute. So I bought a couple of them off of Geordie as well. I think she's got them on her in her Etsy shop, but just go to Geordie's Handmade on Instagram, and then you can get the link to her shop, unless you can find it on Instagram as well. At Becky, like I said, at Becky's, I found these hoops. Now, these are old hoops. They've been around for years and years. And, you know, I was like, I've been using the Morgan hoops, and I've been twirling the Morgan hoops. But one of my friends, Mary Ellen, who's in my Stitching Misfits group at Stitchcon, this is the only hoop that she ever uses. And Becky was selling these at the retreat, the Crazy Woman's retreat. And I was like, someone bought one and they let me try it. Well, this is my favourite hoop now. Mary Ellen, you're right. It's a fantastic hoop. It's not like I didn't believe you before, but so I had bought one for my daughter, one for a friend, and I bought this one for me, and then I found the purple one at Hobby Lobby. So I bought another one, and I think I've got an extra one, so I've got like 3 of them now. And I like the smaller size. You can get a bigger size as well, but I really like the smaller size. And this part's just plastic, and this is really strong metal, and you just squeeze it together and it comes out like that. Now, it keeps your fabric, or your material, really taut. Now, you wouldn't think it does, but if something happens and it stops being so taut, you just pull this apart again, and then it just makes it really, really strong. Now, you guys have probably seen these, and some of you have probably used them, and everyone has their own favourite Q-snaps, and I've used Q-snaps, but I have arthritis in my wrists, so holding something really big is hard for me. And I couldn't believe it. I was using the Morgan hoop when I first got there, and I changed it over to this hoop, and I couldn't believe how light it was and how easy it was to stitch with. My favourite hoop. I don't know exactly who makes them, but I know you can get some from Hobby Lobby, and if you look at online, maybe Amazon might have them. I haven't had a look, but look for the little spring hoops. I really love them, guys, and if you have problems with your wrist, they're perfect. So that's another thing that I purchased there. I also purchased Hannah, Brenda Handwork Maniac's daughter-in-law, Hannah, makes these little bobbins for your haids to wrap your thread around when you're doing a haid, a parking bobbin, I guess they're called. And Hannah sells a whole bunch of these on her site, which is called Sunshine Mama's Designs on Etsy. And they are a great little price. And she gets these, and then she puts magnets on the back, and then you just push them open or take it off or push it open like that. See? And then you wrap your thread around, and then you can, whoops, close them. And she puts these really cute little buttons. Now, Hannah gave me 2 for helping her with something. And I liked them so much, I bought another 2. I really thought the mouse was cute, and the little panda bear. Little panda. And they're really adorable. So if you go look up Hannah on Sunshine Mama's Designs. They're perfect for your haids. Now, I got these because hopefully soon I've only got one full coverage, which is a huge floral flower one that I want to start. That's the only thing I've ever stitched in silks that I have showed you on here before. So that's why I got these from Hannah. So that's basically all that I purchased from the retreat at Crazy Woman's. I will show you some of the other things that I purchased in the process, some patterns and stuff that I had bought a few patterns and stuff. Well, it was funny because when we were at the retreat, you walk past and you look at everyone, what they're stitching. And I walked past and saw this lady stitching on a Brenda Keys. I went back over to the table straight away and ordered 3 of them. They came here when I got home. They were here when I got home, I should say. And I got them from Colorado Cross Stitcher, and when she stitched it up, it was absolutely beautiful when I walked past and had a look. I can't remember who it was though, isn't that shocking? But I ended up buying 3 more for myself, and I'll show you them in a minute. But I want to just finish off the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. We had a smalls exchange at the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. We had a brags table, we had a giveaway table, and I picked up a few little patterns there. Did I bring them? I might have, I'll have a look at them and I'll just show you. But my smalls exchange at the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat, I had made, and I will leave pictures at the end. Kimra received my smalls, and it was a 10, and it had a tomato pin cushion, and then it had two little trays. I don't know how to explain it until you can see the picture at the end. Two little trays that I designed myself, some little cross stitches to go in these trays. Now Kimra loved it, and I was really excited that she enjoyed and just loves the smalls that she received. She said that she was going to buy a tomato to have a tomato pin cushion. Now she's got mine, which was really nice. Well, I picked there was a bee bag. Now, you know me, I normally pick out patriotics, but this little bee bag called to me, and I'm so glad I grabbed it because it was done by Brenda from Handwork Maniac, and I ended up getting this one from Brenda. She stitched this. It's a Cherry Hill design, Bumble Honey Co. And I think you could see this on her Instagram that when she was stitching this up. I just love this. She stitched this on 56 count. I don't know how you do it, Brenda, honestly. It's just absolutely beautiful. I was so excited to receive your smalls. And she stitched it 1/2 on 56 count. And I just love this little cushion, Brenda. It goes up in my bookcase. And in the little bag, there was a whole bunch of bee items as well. And I will leave some pictures at the end as well. There was a little purse. There was a gauge, a measuring gauge. There was a key ring over here that I have on my wall. There was a whole bunch of little like needle minders. There was a whole bunch of little goodies that was in the bag that Brenda had put together. I love this, Brenda. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was my smalls at this Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. Had a fantastic time, guys. So excited to have my daughter. We travelled there together and we had some fun times going back. Ate too much in the car. And we really had a wonderful time. Look at going to the next one, guys, in Casper, Wyoming, put on by Misty. All right, so the next things that I'll show you is just a few things that I picked up over the last time since I've seen you. One of them was, I just thought this was really interesting. I got it in a secondhand bookshop for like $5. It was called American Samplers. And what it is, it talks about, you know, samplers in some sections like this, but it's got a list of all these different samplers that are available or are around. And it's just so interesting to look at and read. As you know, that, like, you know, the samplers, some of these are done by young girls who were like, or even guys that were like 10 and 8, and some of them were 6, and I even heard one that was 3. How do you stitch at 3 years old? That's insane. So it's a really interesting little book to go through. If you want to have a look at it, it's called American Samplers. 128 illustrations by Ethel Stanwood Bolton. And I can't read the next one. Ezra Johnston Co., I think it says. It's hard to read it on that front cover. Yeah, but it's just really interesting with all the different samplers that you can get around and reading, you know, where they're at and who did them. 12 years old, 15 years old. It's crazy. It's just really interesting. So I picked that up. That was one of the little gifts for myself in the last few weeks. The other day I went out to a antique shop with a friend, and this was the only thing that I purchased. I just thought it was really cute. If you guys know me, I love china, like china plates and stuff like that. I actually collect blue and white china in Australia, but I found this one, which I thought was really interesting. I got it for a great price at this antique shop. It was a little cross-stitching, embroidery-looking plate. So that's in my bookcase too. That sits up there. I just thought it was really cute. It is from England. I just really thought it was adorable. Yeah. Anyway, so that's one of the little plates that I got for myself at the antique shop. The other day, and I'll leave a picture, my daughter on a Saturday when we go out for lunch together, there's only one place that she wanted to go after we went out to eat, was the Craft Centre of Fine Stitchery. She wanted to get some some patterns and some fabric. It was quite funny to see her go crazy, because normally I'm the one that would go crazy, but she had a really nice spend up there. And what I bought was, one of the things that I bought was the vintage cloth by Laurie Holt, the 25 count even weave. The colour is Prim. There we go, might be a bit better. So I've got some new designs coming out that I want to put on this piece. So I bought the bigger piece. What size was it? 27 by 35. So, and it's 25 count, of course. So that's what I purchased at the Craft Centre of Fine Stitchery. Now I'll show you some of the, just a couple of the patterns that I picked up. Oops, excuse me. Some of the patterns that I picked up when I was at the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. I picked up 3 that were on the table. I just thought they were really cute. Prairie Grove Peddler, designs by Cheryl Hayes, which was a candle mat. But I just love this, you know, I love snowmen. I just love that little snowman. I think I might put him on a few little things, actually. So that was one of the ones that I picked up off the giveaway table. I got this Be Thankful by Cottage Country Cottage Needleworks. I've seen that one done quite a few times. And I picked up this one. I really love this one. It was the Cottage Garden Samplings, Year in the Woods, the bear. So they were the 3 patterns that I picked up at the giveaway table at Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat. And these are the only other 4 patterns that I've bought since I've been with you. Now, I don't think I've shown you this one, but I found this one at my secondhand shop, really cheap price, but I just thought it was really cute, and I want to see how they might stitch up. It was a Leisure Arts, A Time for Everything. I don't know if you've seen this one. Has it got a bigger picture inside? Yes, it does. Look at these. I just thought these were so cute. So it's a time to plant, a time to grow, a time to harvest, and a time to rest. I just love it. I really thought that was really cute. Don't know how I'll do it yet, when I'll do it. But it's a Leisure Arts, A Time for Everything by Linda Spivey. If you guys want to have a look. Yeah, I picked that up. I thought it was really cute. Now, the 3 Brenda Keys patterns that I picked up, well, I ordered when I was at Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat, and I had them sent to my house when I was away. I'm trying to find the one. I think this is the one. I can't remember who was stitching it, but I'm trying to think. No, can't think. But she was stitching this one. The Plymouth, I think this is the one that she was stitching. The Plymouth Sampler. And those houses that she had stitched up was absolutely beautiful. So the Sampler Company, designs by Brenda Keys. You guys have probably seen them before. It's new to me. Well, I've seen them, but I've never bought any. But when I saw her stitch this one up, it was just beautiful. So the Plymouth Sampler. So I bought the Plymouth Sampler. I bought the Town and Country Sampler. Because I love the verse. It says, if all mankind would live in mutual love, this world would much resemble that above. I just love that. That's so pretty. I just love the verse. Another one by Brenda. It's called the Town and Country Sampler. And the 3rd one that I purchased by Brenda was the New England Sampler. Because I think this is where we might end up in our retirement years, is in somewhere in New England. We've been talking a lot about it, my husband and myself. And we'll see what happens. And this one's called the New England Sampler. So I couldn't resist that one. I just thought it was beautiful. I love the little boat. And I love the houses. And that church right there is so cute. So they're the three Brenda Keys samplers that I picked up. And I know Sherry from Colorado Cross Stitch has them in her shop. If you want to get them, that's where I got mine from. Okay, so that's about it, guys. I can't believe I've actually talked this long. Well, I actually can, but that's okay. Now, I always just seem to forget one thing, and I'm not going to forget it this time. I'm going to announce the winners of my giveaway that I had at the end of my last video. I always forget it and then have to add a video on the end. But I was giving away, if you remember, 3 of these wooden floss tags and with a little reindeer needle minder. And because we had travelled through New England, I was giving away a maple lollipop sucker, whatever you call it, and a little bottle of maple syrup, Vermont maple syrup. Oops, that didn't work very well, did it? Hold on. Little Vermont maple syrup. And so I was giving away 3 sets of these, and I did the, the comment generator picker or whatever it's called, and I will post the pictures of that at the end as well, and the winners for the 3 of those. And if you guys could get a hold of me, I'll leave my email in the drop box below, and you can just email me and I will get your address and send them off to you. But in the video, because our trip, we had travelled all the way up to Vermont, because that's where my husband's from, and that's where I got the maple syrup and the Cabot's cheeses when we were away and stuff. So in the comments, you just had to mention Vermont. And there was a few people that mentioned Vermont and some didn't, but the winners of the 3 sets that I have to give away, if you want, like I said, if you want to get a hold of me, just email me, please, and I'll leave your names and everything at the end so you guys can see at the end of the video, is Charlene Jewett, Vivian DeVore, and I'd Rather Be Cross-Stitching by Emily Short. I know that's Emily Short because Emily's in my group. So they are the names: Charlene Jewett, Vivian DeVore, and I'd Rather Be Cross-Stitching, Emily. So I'll leave those names at the end as well. So congratulations on winning the floss tag and the wooden floss tag and the needle minder, your maple syrup. You have a little taste of Vermont maple syrup. To me, it's the best in the world, but I'm just a bit biased. And the Vermont lollipop sucker, whatever you want to call it. Congratulations, ladies. Okay, so the last thing that I want to end up with is coming at the end of this month. I've just been trying to get all my orders out. I've got like 5 more to do and then I'm done for the year. I am not taking any more orders, ladies, for the rest of the year. I have been so stressed out. I've had so many orders, and trying to get supplies ready for these retreats was just a bit crazy. So I'm not taking any more orders for my bags or anything else for the rest of the year after I get these orders out that I've already got done. So I have one more retreat that I'm really looking forward to going to. It's the Stitch West retreat here in Salt Lake City, put on by Snug Harbor Crafts. And a whole group of us that all live here in Utah are really, really excited to be able to go to this retreat. It's on October the 21st to the 23rd, and I do have a trunk show there at the retreat as well. And so I'm very grateful for Deb and Kev for allowing me to bring my supplies to sell at the retreat. I'm looking forward to sitting down and having some stitchy time with friends, and not having to travel so far to be able to go to one. So it's really nice. And also, so the retreat's supposed to finish sometime on Sunday, but I will be leaving a little bit earlier in the day, because I will come home and then I will probably change clothes and I will hop back in the car and I will be driving to Washington. So we have best friends that had been our best friends for a long time when we were in the military, and they live in Washington, and we haven't had a chance, like, we've known them for 20 something years, and we haven't had a chance to get together since we've moved back to America. And so if we are going to be moving to the East Coast, I feel really, we were like, we've got to just spend some time with Todd and Lisa, our friends. So we decided that this is what we were going to do before our grandbaby comes back out here, that we would go and see Todd and Lisa in Washington. So we're going to be doing that. I'll be doing that at the end of October for a week. We'll stop off at Boise, and then we'll go and spend some time with them. Maybe I might get to a couple of cross-stitching shops on the way, and I will take some videos and show you what's going on. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year. I've got some very exciting, wonderful things coming up. Retreats, new grandbaby. I can't wait to hugs and kisses. and then a break that's well needed. And then we'll see what happens next year, when we'll be moving, what's going to be happening in my little business and my life and my family's life. I'm very grateful for all of you who support me in everything I do. I really, really treasure you guys' friendships. Stitchy friends are the best. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.